How to get rid of visceral fat. Today we will talk about a very momentous topic, which is belly fat and how you can reduce it quickly with proven tips. Nowadays, many people are dealing with weight issues and obesity. Fat accumulated around the waist and belly is a leading cause of several health issues, including diabetes, poor heart health, and sleep issues. Hence, it is important to get rid of it. While you may be unaware, fat can also be stored around the internal organs of our body, which is known as visceral fat. Visceral fat is more dangerous than the normal fat found in the body. So, find out how to reduce visceral fat quickly. What is visceral fat? Visceral fat is a buildup of fat in the intestine. This fat begins to build up in the center of the body over time, particularly around the body's organs such as the liver, intestines, heart, and lungs. Since it is not visible from the outside, it is also known as hidden fat. Visceral fat is present in everyone's body. Even if you have a thin body or flat abs, your body may still contain hidden fat. This can even lead to conditions such as Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. Signs of excess visceral fat. How do you know if you're tipping the scales in terms of visceral fat? One sign you're carrying too much visceral fat is your waist size. If your waist is larger than half your height, you have too much visceral fat. For example, a person who is 5 feet 6 inches or 66 inches should have a waist size less than 33 inches. In general, guidelines say a waist size over 35 inches in men and 30 inches in women is a marker of too much visceral fat. In reality, the only way to know how much visceral fat you have is by doing an imaging study. But waist size is still a good marker, so check your waist size with a tape measure at least once per month and record the value. If your waist size shows you have too much visceral fat, what can you do about it? 1. Consider intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting has recently become very popular as a weight loss method. It's an eating pattern that cycles between periods of eating and periods of fasting. One popular method involves 24-hour fasts once or twice per week. Another consists of fasting every day for 16 hours and eating all your food within an 8-hour period. One study found that combining intermittent fasting with protein pacing, which involves consuming nutrient-dense meals spaced evenly throughout the day, led to greater reductions in body weight, total fat, and visceral fat compared to calorie restriction. Keep in mind that there's some older evidence suggesting intermittent fasting may negatively affect blood sugar control in women, but not men. Although certain modified intermittent fasting methods appear to be better options, stop fasting immediately if you experience any negative effects. Additionally, talk with a doctor before trying intermittent fasting or making other changes to your diet. 2. Eat probiotic foods or probiotic supplement. Probiotics are bacteria found in some foods and supplements. They may have health benefits, including helping improve gut health and enhancing immune function. Researchers have found that different types of bacteria play a role in weight regulation and that having the right balance can help with weight loss, including loss of belly fat. Those shown to reduce belly fat include members of the Lactobacillus family, such as Lactobacillus fermentum, Lactobacillus amylovo-rus, and Lactobacillus gasseri. However, while probiotics may be beneficial for weight loss, as some probiotics aren't regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, it's important to talk with a doctor before adding probiotics or other supplements to your routine. 3. Avoid foods that contain trans fats. Trans fats are created by pumping hydrogen into unsaturated fats, such as soybean oil. Previously, they were found in some margarines and spreads, and also often added to packaged foods, but most food producers have stopped using them. These fats have been linked to inflammation, heart disease, insulin resistance, and abdominal fat gain in observational and animal studies. A 6-year study found that monkeys who ate a high trans fat diet gained 33% more abdominal fat than those eating a diet high in monounsaturated fat. To help reduce belly fat, read ingredient labels carefully and stay away from products that contain trans fats. These are often listed as partially hydrogenated fats. 4. Reduce your sugar intake. One way to reduce visceral fat is to cut back on sugar, another contributor to visceral fat. Beware, sugar is in most ultra-processed foods and beverages, even fruit juice. It also shows up in foods high in fat like candy and ice cream, and those high in carbs, such as bread and pasta. It's everywhere. The World Health Organization advises that sugars should make up less than 10% of your total energy intake each day. This means if you eat 2,000 calories a day, no more than 200 calories should come from sugar. How can you lower your sugar intake to get a handle on visceral fat? Replace sugary beverages with plain water. Soda and fruit drinks are loaded with sugar. If you drink at least one sweetened beverage a day, replacing those calories with water could save you hundreds of calories each week. Plus, studies show that sugar-sweetened beverages are major contributors to visceral fat. Know where sugar hides. It's in everything from ketchup and salad dressing to bread, pasta, and yogurt. You might not realize how much sugar you're consuming until you start counting grams. The best way to do this is by keeping a food diary for a few days. Read labels carefully. This can be time-consuming, but it's worth it if you want to know exactly what's in the food you're eating. Pay special attention to ingredients listed at the end of a list. These are things manufacturers add for flavor or texture, so they're often full of added sugars. Even better, avoid packaged foods entirely. 5. Drink green tea. Dietitians suggest that regular consumption of this healthy drink has been linked to reducing one's risk of cancer, boosting brain health, and even improving oral hygiene. The list just goes on. But how does green tea help with weight loss? The secret lies in the polyphenols found in green tea, which are known to speed up metabolism. Even better news for those past their 50 or 60 when metabolic speeds tend to slow down. 6. Do aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise, cardio, is an effective way to improve your health and burn calories. Studies also show that it can be an effective form of exercise for reducing belly fat. However, results are mixed as to whether moderate or high-intensity exercise is more beneficial. In any case, the frequency and duration of your exercise program can also be very important. One study found that postmenopausal women lost more fat from all areas when they did aerobic exercise for 300 minutes per week, compared with those who exercised 150 minutes per week. However, researchers also noted that changes in visceral belly fat were not significantly different between either group. 7. Focus on quality sleep. Getting a good night's sleep is critical to health and wellness. Many people don't realize how important sleep is for immune health, brain function, and more. Numerous studies show lack of sleep increases the stress hormone cortisol and boosts visceral fat. One study showed that people who slept for 5 hours or less per night had more visceral fat than those who slumbered 7 hours or more per night. So aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night to keep visceral fat in check. Not sleeping enough increases the appetite hormone ghrelin, so you crave sugary foods and eat more. As you gain weight from eating sugary foods, your body stores some of it as visceral fat. Make sure you get at least 7 hours of quality sleep each night. 8. Eat more fiber. Soluble fiber absorbs water and forms a gel that helps slow down food as it passes through your digestive system. This can help you feel fuller, longer, and reduce the number of calories you absorb from other foods. Plus, fiber helps with blood glucose control. One way to reduce visceral fat is by consuming more fiber-rich foods. Fiber is the part of plant foods that your body can't digest, so it helps you feel full longer and keeps your digestive system healthy. Fiber-rich foods include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes like beans and lentils. Strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are also substantial sources of soluble and insoluble fibers, and they're nutrient-rich. They also have many other health benefits, such as being anti-inflammatory and antioxidant-rich, which helps protect against cardiovascular disease and other chronic health problems. Non-starchy vegetables, lentils, beans, tree nuts, seeds, and whole grains are other rich sources of fiber. 9. Manage stress. Stress increases cortisol, a stress hormone that increases visceral fat. When your body produces too much cortisol, it shifts where your body stores fat to your midsection and boosts deeper visceral fat. Make sure you're not letting chronic stress take control of your life and health. Reduce stress levels with mind-body activities like yoga and meditation, going for a nature walk, or taking a hot bath. 10. Moderate your alcohol intake. Alcohol can have health benefits in small amounts, but it can be harmful if you drink too much. Research suggests that too much alcohol can contribute to belly fat. Observational studies link heavy alcohol consumption to a significantly increased risk of developing excess fat storage around the waist. Cutting back on alcohol may help reduce your waist size. You don't need to give it up completely, but limiting the amount you drink in a single day can help. One study on alcohol use involved more than 2,000 people. Results showed those who drank alcohol daily, but averaged less than 1 drink per day, had less belly fat than those who drank less frequently, but consumed more alcohol on the days they drank. According to the most recent dietary guidelines for Americans, it's recommended to limit alcohol intake to 2 drinks or fewer per day for men and 1 drink or fewer per day for women. At the end, the takeaway here is that healthy lifestyle changes can help you tame visceral fat. If you're already doing these things, keep it up and be patient. You can monitor your progress by checking your waist size weekly and seeing if it's shrinking. The information on our channel is offered solely for general and educational reasons and does not replace professional medical guidance or treatment. For any ailments or medical concerns you may have, please get advice from a physician. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more informative videos.